All right, let's get it moving. Let's get it going. We got to play some chess. This is day number what? Day number 7 to 2850. I'm only 2812. We got to make moves. Oh, I played this guy before. This is that Haitian GM. All right, I'm not hitting with the bird bozo yet. We'll get him with the bird bozo another day. C5, okay, we played this before. Does he know what to do now? Are we gonna get an update? It's time to go. It's legitimately time to go. I gotta go get my steak. It's been too long today. All right, bishop e2. I guess he's playing for d5, but I can always play e5 there. I'm wondering, do I need to actually play it just yet? We could definitely castle here. I want to play e5, but I'm afraid of knight f5 for the moment. I want to play bishop e3, but then d4. Yeah, we got to be a little careful. Queen c2 runs into knight d4. It's not like that's the end of the world, but that would be a little annoying. All right, let's play rook b1 here. Just get my rook off of the diagonal. Maybe that will be relevant in some positions. I have to do a deep dive of these anti-Sicilians at some point because I feel like I don't really understand them, honestly. All right, we'll play e5 now. If he allows me, I'll definitely take, and then double his pawns here, but that actually wouldn't be so clear. All right, there. Could we take? Yeah, let's take here. If he takes with the pawn, well, now I take here. Yeah, he's gotten a bad structure now. I'm going to play knight b5, knight d6. I think I'm slightly better here. It looks like he has the Christmas tree, the fabled Christmas tree from the from Bird's Defense, but it looks like a worse version though for him. Probably not the best version on the at the moment. What to do here? We could play knight d6, or we could take. I'm not sure what's going on here. My pawns look ugly, his pawns also look ugly. This pawn is sticking out like a sore thumb. You don't want to have your pawn here and not have something on the e-file. Okay, there. Am I just worse? I guess we have to go back. Yeah, it's not looking great, but at the same time, I am playing up a pawn ultimately. All right, here we'll play bishop f3, target this. Gonna play queen b3 next. This knight looks really silly. His knight also isn't great though, I don't know. This is a complicated position. This could go either way. All right, we'll pressure this. If b5 there, I sort of like f5. I'll wait. We'll play f5 at some point. We're not playing f5 just yet. We'll play it soon. We got to be a little patient with this one. Now rook c5 is an idea. All right, there. How am I going to fix this knight? Where does this knight go? If I could put it on one square, it would be this one, but how am I ever going to get there? If I play rook c5, he plays bishop e7. I'm not sure what I've accomplished with that. Well, yeah, what are we going to do with this knight? That's really what I'm wondering. Okay, let's put the rook on e1. We'll figure everything else out later. I have to play quickly. This is not a rapid game. This always happens. I record a rapid video. I get in the mindset that I can just take my time and dilly-dally, and before I know it, I'm down to a minute. And it's legitimately time to go. All right, there, I'm taken. I'll play knight c2 here. I have to just figure out a way to trade this knight off. This knight is awful. This is one of the worst pieces I've ever seen. No offense.
Oh, this is the worst looking hat I ever saw. Well, you buy a hat like this, I'll bet you get a free bowl of soup, huh? Oh, it looks good on you, though.
All right, knight's coming around to f5. Well, here we play knight b4. Okay, yeah, let's start with rook e1, just attack this. He is really tied up here. Okay, knight b4 now. Bro is really, really tied up here. I guess he could try a5. a5, knight c2, a4. Am I losing material there? I am losing material, so I think I have to take. I'll take and then I'll take here. I think I have good compensation. Yeah, this is looking messy. Things are definitely getting a little messy here, but I think it's okay. If bishop d8, can I take on a5? He takes, I play knight f6, I take on d... I don't know what's happening there. I don't know what's happening in this position. Let's just play a4 here. Oh, he plays rook c5. Yeah, I missed this. All right, here, can we play knight b6? Yeah, it looks like I'm just dead lost here, guys. But maybe something can come up here. I'm definitely losing this. But okay, we'll just keep trying. Oh, he takes my knight. Ah. That one slipped through my fingertips. I definitely had that. I have to play quicker. Okay, we got Rustemov again. The classic Russian GM. Haven't played this guy in a good minute. Not going to play the Leningrad, out of respect. We'll play the Bogo Indian. Queen e7, okay. Gonna take, play d6. Yeah, he definitely knows to take with the queen. This is a very strong GM. He's not gonna make any simple Soviet mistakes. This looks fine. This looks very good. Okay, here, I guess I'm in a little bit of trouble, but maybe can we just play queen d8 or queen d6? Let's play queen d8, not queen d6. Queen d6 runs into knight g5 stuff. Right there, we'll play bishop e6. Knight g5 is there. What is he doing? What is this man up to? We play knight e4. Where is he actually going to go? Queen e3? Queen e3 is a good move. I think I'm just worse now. Can I get away with f5? Or actually, wait, knight d. Look at this. It's somehow or another this position is holding together. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how. This position is held together. Okay, actually, yeah, queen c3. Wait, I'm still worse. But no, knight d6 takes. He takes that way. Well, then yeah, okay, I am worse here. Yeah, I'm definitely worse. Okay, but whatever, though. It's not the end of the world. You know, we still... Actually, this is pretty bad. I'm down a pawn. I'm down a very serious pawn here. His bishop is superb here. I thought I would have knight c4 with some counterplay, but I don't think I do. Yeah, this is just a bad position, honestly. But I'm going to play king f8, king e7. We'll try to figure something out there. Now, okay, if I play rook c2... Yeah, I think that was a mistake on his part. Oh, he's going to play bishop b3. There? If I take on e2, what's happening? If I take on b2, bishop b3... Yeah, I'm worse here. Let's just get the... Wait, I'm just losing on the spot here. Wow, this is crazy. Okay, we'll play... This is getting very uncomfortable. I have to play king f8, king e7. He could play bishop b3. I'll have to play rook c6. That was a fantastic find on his part. I could pretty much pre-move this. If he wants, he can take this, but then he takes there. Okay, we got this pawn. This is just barely holding on here. Just barely holding on. This is going to be a tough one. I think I still am within the range of a draw, though. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely ugly here. Dude, this guy is really putting me... this guy... I'm getting roasted alive here, pretty much. Bishop g4. I think bishop g4, I'm in trouble. I'm definitely in trouble after bishop g4. Okay, let's play king e7, bishop g4. I have f5. It's looking bad, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, he's playing rook a4 next. We could play rook c2. Let's play rook b6. Just offer a trade. Offer up the old trade. Okay, well there. No, knight b5, yeah. There, okay. What's he up to now? He's eating a lot of his time. Of course, he has to be much better here. He's playing this like a true GM. He's playing this extremely well, but he is eating away his time. So, like, the further this gets into time trouble, the more chances I actually have, practically speaking. Okay, there. Yeah, this isn't going to be that easy for him. He's better, but he hasn't been able to make much progress. Where should I put this pawn? Let's leave it back there. Let's play... I'm not sure how I should set my pawns up. Let's put it on f5, but... okay, bishop g8 might be an issue. We'll play h6 here. g5, don't want to allow rook h4. I have a slight weakness, though. All right, here, rook b7. I do not want to commit this pawn to a light square. That would be a really big no-no in this position. Huge no-no. You got to be careful about the no-nos. I think rook a... I'm in a lot of trouble here. King e7, king d5, I'll play there. Well, there. King e5, I have rook c5. No, it doesn't. That almost is mate, but it doesn't work. Let's play rook c3. Okay, yeah, I have to just go crazy with this. He takes on h6. I play knight d4. I'm down 2 pawns, but I'm getting rid of his good bishop. This is... Well, actually, wait, no, knight d4, he plays bishop d5. Okay, wait, what are we going to do? Let's play knight d6, knight c3. Let's play knight c3. If e5, I take on a2. This is going down to the wire. All right, there. Well, no, now I take. How are we going to do this? Let's play rook f5. I want to go after this pawn. This is the most dangerous pawn on the board. He's going there. This is a very weird position here. I should have played g4 while I could. Yeah. Let's play g4. Uh-oh. Am I just getting bamboozled here? Yeah, I think I am getting bamboozled. All right, yeah, the guy beat me. I didn't realize how close this pawn was. But okay, whatever, guys. You know what? You win some, you lose some. How many days do I have to 2850? I have 4 days left. Okay, actually, this is cutting it close. This is cutting it a little close. e6, we'll play e3 here. Just need to get back on time. That was a very close game, even after I sort of botched it in the opening. All right, this looks completely fine. This is actually one of Black's best systems against our whole setup here. We could definitely play c4, but I prefer... I'm actually not sure. We could just play bishop e2. This isn't bad. This isn't great. It's so-so. It's lukewarm. Like that middle bowl of porridge in Goldilocks. d3. I guess you could try knight g4. No, knight g4 isn't much of an issue yet. We need to be a little careful about knight g4, though. Now, if we play knight d2, then knight g4 would be a problem. Let's play queen e1 first. I'm playing knight d2. All right, we'll play e5 here. Yeah, this looks problematic for him. He's going to play knight e3. This is getting really messy. Maybe he's winning here, but I don't... This is going to get crazy. Knight e3? Oh, look at this, guys. I have knight takes f7. Well, actually, wait. Bishop h5 is even stronger. Look at that. Bishop h5, I'm threatening f7. Yeah, he is in trouble here. If he takes, I take here, and I'm going to be playing for mate. I'm not playing for draw. I'm playing for mate. It's time to go.
Time to go!
He takes there. Okay, we'll take with a check. I don't even need to take yet. Look at that. Bro is just completely stuck. I don't have to rush here. He has nothing to do. If he plays rook e7, queen h4 is going to be very dangerous. Bishop g6 is another strong move. Look at that. Takes knight f7. Lots of threats in this position. Very dangerous position at the moment. Okay, there. We just take this. Yeah, let's win a second pawn. All right, I'll take here. I could even think about knight g5, but no, this is just simplest. Let's not complicate. Let's not complicate anything. I think I should keep my knight on e6. Let's play f5 here. Got 2 extra pawns. This is going to be hard to mess up. But gosh darn it, I'll probably find a way. All right, wait, can't we take on c7? Yeah, what am I missing here? I shouldn't be speaking poorly of myself. I still am quite a good player. Got to get that confidence meter back up. I just lost the first 2 games. That doesn't actually mean that much. Only one of them was the bird, and that game was very close. Let's play e6 here. Dude is definitely in the dragon's den with this one. There. No, well, now I take, though. What is he doing? I'm going to threaten... Yeah. He's in a lot of trouble here. Let's play knight e6. He plays rook d8. Rook e8, I can take on f8. He's not getting the knight. No way, no how. Rook e8, I take here. I'm hitting the queen. All right. I guess he's going for one last trick here. One last dance. Let's put the knight on g3. Bro's got one last trick in the book. Okay, queen e5. How are we going to do this? Let's play queen b4, actually. Look at that. Attack the rook. All right, I'm taking the rook. Yeah, there we go. There we go, back on the leaderboard. 28.805. Playing a GM. Is this a GM with a name? This is a GM with a name. Congratulations. Pawel Jaracz from Poland. Or maybe Indonesia. I'm not sure. I can never tell the flag. All right, c4 here. Yeah, c4 is a very hidden move. I'm not going to name names, but there was a recent there's a recent course that I was looking at that was supposed to be a black repertoire, and it does not even mention c4, which is good to know because it's still hidden. It's still off the radar of most GMs. All right, we'll play knight c3. Bishop f5 is a bad move. Queen b3 already were much better. Bro is already in the dragon's den here. Bro better be careful. There. Is bro trying to play games? What's bro doing? All right, here we'll play... What are we going to play here? Just bishop d3? Yeah, this is already a very fun position for me. Dude, yeah, I can tell. I can already tell he doesn't respect the bird. That's the perfect conditions are in place for him to get pecked. Bro's about to get pecked. I guess he's playing for b5. He's gonna play knight a5, queen c2, and b5, but then I can just play b3 there. This is such a hard position for black to play because he's playing the bird, so he feels like he needs to deal it justice, but there's literally nothing for him to do. My position is very solid, and in fact, I have plenty of ways to play for the advantage here. Knight e5 looks good here. We're trading off the knight. I'll happily take back. Actually, which way should we take? Well, that's a big mistake. Look at this. Takes knight a4. Big weaknesses here. Bro is now in a lot of trouble here. He's never going to be able to play c5 under healthy conditions. All right, should we play queen c3 or queen a3? Both of those make sense. I think they're having a parade outside. It's the Brazilian way. Play queen c3, attack this pawn here. If bishop b7, I can play queen a5. Look at this, just drilling in here. Oh, this is such an ugly position. b4, a big power move. He's never going to be able to play c5. He can tell. He can definitely tell that the cogs are starting to turn in this position. This is very tough for him already. I actually have another idea. I could play knight c5 and then start powering down on this bishop. Actually, that looks pretty good. Does he have time to get his bishop out of the way? No, I don't think so. Yeah, let's do that. Look at this. His bishop is going to be in a lot of trouble here. Yeah, I think he's starting to have an existential crisis. Normally when you lose to the bird, it causes rumination and deep thought. Just gang up on this bishop. This bishop is very exposed here. Bro is very vulnerable at the moment. Rook b1. All right. His last idea is to play for e5. Let's just play rook b2 here first. Just double up. He's doing that. What can he even play here? Let's play bishop c. He's just completely tied down. I guess he can take and play rook e3. That doesn't even really do anything, though. I just play rook b3. There, that's a good move. I always tend to miss that move. I always miss that knight e6 move, man. It's always not the one that's on my radar. All right. We could play what? Let's play bishop d6, knight e6. I guess I play rook e1 there. It's not the end of the world. I shouldn't have allowed knight e6, though. This is definitely on me. I should have done something else to get to this position. Maybe I could have played f5 there. I'm still definitely better, but I slipped up a bit. I've fallen and I can't get up, so to speak. f5 still looks good. Dude is still in a lot of trouble. Both of these could be potentially huge weaknesses. Like if he plays bishop d7 to secure this, I have pressure on this. All right, there. Can we just switch over? Yeah, let's just shift over here. This bishop is still superb. Look at that. If he moves he still cannot get the rook to b8 because of this bishop. Dude is in a lot of trouble here. Is he going to play knight d4? Knight c5, I have rook e7. I think he's losing there. There, well, then I just take. Bro got pecked. All right, good. Yeah, 28-13, we're back on the come up, guys. Oh no, not this guy again. This guy pecked my perk. This guy wrecked my perk, we'll play him with e5. Gotta try something else against this guy. He's a very strong e4 player though, clearly. All right, we're gonna play knight d4. Go for bird's defense. All right, here we play c6, knight f6. Okay. I think here, yeah, we'll play d5, just take with the knight. Gotta be a little careful here. I think he's technically playing the best moves, but I gotta do more research on this. I really love this opening though, bird's defense. I'm gonna castle soon. From what I remember, okay, he does that. This should be okay for me. Knight e4 is not good. I'm pretty sure knight e4 is not good. I think it's not good. b5, a5. Actually, wait, what? Knight e4 does nothing, honestly. Let's just play a5 here. The ideas of a4, well, now I have a square for my knight on b4. I got an outpost now. This is going to be okay. Yeah, if his queen ever moves, then knight b4 becomes very annoying. All right, here, I guess, is he trying knight g5? Is he really going to try that? I guess, do we play queen c7 or queen d7? What is it? Dude, this is complicated. I just want to get the queen. I guess I have to cover a5 though, actually. Yeah, let's play queen c7. If he plays knight g5, I can take. I don't think that's a problem. All right, here, knight b4. From what I remember, this is good. This looks like a game between Gelfand and Karyakin. Or vice versa, it was Gelfand playing black. But yeah, the idea here is that, you know, my structure looks a little ugly, but I have a lot of pressure. And his minor pieces are not that good in this position. Yeah, let's play knight d5 here. All right, that's what he's going for. Rook f5, knight g3. There, we have rook f8. If knight g3, I have knight f6. I think everything is okay. Is this queen trapped here? Oh, he does that. Okay, well here we have bishop c5 though. This is getting really messy. Okay. Oh. All right, wait, can I take on f2? If I take on f2 and take everything, does knight e4 go anywhere? I'm just gonna go for it. I think this might work. I don't know. I gotta try. I gotta believe. All right, I think we have to play knight e4. Knight g4, king g1, I don't have anything. Knight e4, double check. Hopefully this works. I don't know, guys. And he has queen takes e6 coming. Like, I have to have something here. All right, there. If I play rook f2, king e1, rook f2, king e1, knight takes d2, queen e6. That doesn't do anything. All right, let's just take here. I think I have enough play, because his king is still very exposed. If he plays bishop e3, I have time for g2. I have threats of queen g2, rook f2. Yeah, this actually looks okay. I guess, well, there, that's a good move. That's a very good move. Yeah, I can't, all right, let's just do this. Play, yeah, I think I'm just dead lost here. This guy's just been outplaying me. We'll play queen d5 here. Hopefully I have enough compensation. I'm banking on just having some play with these pawns here. I should be losing though, because he's getting this pawn here. If I wasn't losing this pawn so soon, it would actually be fine for me probably. All right, let's play h5. We got to just start getting these pawns up the board. Got to get them up as soon as possible. He plays rook e7, I'll play rook f7. All right. We play, what are we gonna do? I'll play rook f5. Oh no, that wasn't good. That was silly. I should have just kept moving my pawn up the board. Rook f7, okay. Gotta hurry up. This guy's playing very well. Playing very well, playing very quickly. King e6, we'll play king f5. All right. God, I just keep moving these pawns up the board. Yeah, this is still very, very complicated. Okay, so technically if I wasn't losing on time, I think this would actually be even a draw. All right, maybe it's not a draw. Okay, whatever. Anyway, we got another game. We're playing this guy. This time we're playing black. Not going to go with the two knights tango. I just don't know it well enough. All right, let's play e6. Go with the Bogo Indian. Classic Bogo. Never a bad day for Mr. Bogo. There. All right, here. Let's start with d6. Let's take. Play knight e4. This is all standard stuff. I love this opening. It's so simple, yet so strategically sound. Am I making a course on this particularly? No, unfortunately. This is not what my course is on. My course is on something wild. My course is on wacky and wild chess. But okay, knight e5. Maybe I made a slight mistake. This pawn looks a little weak here, but honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure how bad it's going to be. He'll play queen c2. I'll play bishop d7. I'm going to play rook c8 soon enough. I feel like I have compensation. Yeah, let's play rook c8 here. Okay. Can we play queen b4? Queen b4 looks good. Maybe I'm making a blunder here. I dropped a really important pawn, but my idea here is that I have a lot of pressure here. There's some things that are a bit improperly placed. Now I have ideas of bishop f5 to poke at the queen. Also bishop a4. Hoping something works. Maybe he just plays rook c1 and I'm dead lost. Yeah, rook c1 actually looks very good. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'm in trouble. Okay, well, no, now we take, and then I take on b2. Even so he plays d6 here, I'm still definitely in the dragon's den. Your boy is definitely in the dragon's den. Your boy can feel that. Your boy can feel those flames. Can feel the dragon breathing down my neck. There. No, well, that should be okay for me. Here, I mean, the most critical thing is that we stop him from playing d6. So let's just play queen a3. If he can't push this pawn, that's what the strategic position hinges upon. I want to play rook c8, but I can't because he just takes and I have back rank issues. I'll have to play h6 first. Bishop f3. All right, I could play bishop f5 if I want. Bishop f5, queen c3, take on a2. I'm not sure what that's doing. We play f5. F5 is risky. I have to figure out something quick though. What is the point of bishop f3? Okay, we'll play, dude, f5 could be very risky though. f5 could be weakening a lot of squares. I think it works because I have e4 coming so soon, but it's very dangerous to do this. It only works potentially because this bishop is on f3. If e4, for instance, I can take on f3. Because I'm weakening a lot of squares here. I'm weakening this diagonal. I'm also weakening the 7th rank. Now if queen c7, I have rook c8 though. So there are some threats in this position. Queen c3. All right, I'll just take, play e4, and then rook c8. Trade the rooks off. This pawn is going to be a goner. This pawn is a goner. Okay, well, wait. If I play e3, I'm fixing a lot of his weaknesses in place. Does he have any way to get his king around? I don't think he's going to be able to get his king around, right? It's going to take forever. It's going to take him like 5 moves. Let's get our king over here as quickly as possible. How is he going to do it? Yeah, I can play bishop d7. That's a sneaky move. Okay, wait. No, I can actually just put my bishop on a6. I don't need to rush. I want to stop him from playing d6 first and foremost. All right, we'll play b6 here. Bishop's coming to a6. Dude is in a lot of trouble here. Let's play bishop c4. Oh, well, that has to be losing. I'm taking this pawn here. This is just completely over. Yeah, that's the last thing he can try, but I'm just going to start getting my pawns up the board. This was a good win. Yeah, I have this 2-on-1 majority here, even before I won this, which would always give me... Nice, that's a great win. Let's get it. All right, I guess this will be the last game. 28-13, come on. We got to keep it moving. We got to keep it going. 26-87 from Japan, we got to win this game. Okay, there. That's a weird move. Play b3, bishop b2. I'm going to hit him with g4 quite soon. There, bishop b2, nice. We're keeping an eye on e5. All right, it's time to go. The mistake I always make in these positions is I let his knight get to e4 and he plays queen h4 check, and then I'm in some trouble. All right, there. Let's play knight c3. I guess he's trying e5, but then I could just play g5 here. All right. Here, let's play h4. Gonna still try for g5. Dude, he's in a lot of trouble now. Bro is in a lot of trouble. Dude is definitely in the dragon's den. 100%. Knight g8, I play queen h7. He's in a lot of trouble here. He can sense it. Knight g4, I play queen h5. Knight is just trapped there. Can't even play f5. All right, there. Now we got a beautiful tactic. We're going to hit these two. All right, I'm just taking the pawn. He saw what was up. If king f8, I play knight d5, and that's the end of the game. Let's just take this pawn here. I guess he has to play e5. He has to try to get something here, but e5, I even have f5. Yeah, this guy has nothing here. He's going to play e4, but then I just castle. I get out of the way. These pawns are going to run. His pieces are not nearly coordinated, are not coordinated anywhere close to well enough to really cause me any trouble. Let's play knight e4 here. Knight is just drilling in. Here, I really like castling queenside. Can't play e2 yet. If he takes, I just take with the rook. Dude, this game is over. This game is completely over. This knight combined with these pawns here should be the end of the game. Okay, I guess I gotta watch out for that. But we just play rook h2 here. He's gonna play knight c5, and then we take on e5, or what? Let's just play c3, honestly. He's just completely lost here. There. I can tell he's about to resign, though. This position is getting really, really bad for him. But okay, here, well, yeah, I can't be resting on my laurels. We play knight d6, I think that works, because knight d6, I'll take on g8. Yeah, that does work. He takes, I take on g8. Otherwise, I'm just going to take on b4, and his knight isn't hitting anything. All right, I think this is definitely the game. And I'm able to trade literally everything. Look at that. King d7, I just take, I take, and then I take.
Arsenal Fan TV, what do you make of it, Claude? Well, to me, I don't know what we're celebrating a draw here. It's a shocking performance.